So what's the first step, Joe? Well, as for anything when you're working with electrical, the first step, I hope you already know this, is to turn off your power. We don't have to turn off the whole power to the house. I've got an extension cord here to my construction light, and it goes on over to that plug over there. I know I got to get that power off, and I believe that's gonna take that power off, and also the other one for the switch over there for the garbage disposal. If not, you know, look at your panel, and some of them might say kitchen outlets or garbage disposal or dishwasher or different things like that. Start flipping one breaker at a time. Come back in here. The other thing we can do, see, this plug over here may not be connected to anything, right? So I'm not going to make the assumption that that is going to connect power over to this other plug and be done with it, pull that apart and get electrocuted or something. Okay? You've always got to check things out. And I'll show you, just stick with me. My kitchen light's turned off. My construction light's still on with the plug off to the side. But I'm just going to check it. There could be more than one breaker that feeds in through your kitchen, and your light fixtures could be on a separate circuit. So I'm just going to try. Okay, the garbage disposal is still on, and I've got a little tester here. This is a little wire tester. It's like that, and that little light should go on. And here's your tester. Sometimes these unscrew a little bit, and you can just make sure that's tight at the ends. And you're going to put one in one hole and one in another. I'm just going to plug it in here like that. The orange light lights up. Okay, so I know there's still power to that outlet too. Okay, wrong breaker. Try another one. Not that one. Keep trying, you'll get it. Okay, that might be the circuit. My construction light went off, so we'll see. Nothing. Nothing. Okay, never make an assumption that just because garbage disposal is off, that your other plugs in the kitchen are going to go off. And generally, in your electrical panel, the reason why it took me a couple too is because the electrical sub panel was not marked. It was very old. Lots of times there'll be a little diagram in there that shows what circuit goes to where, and you can comfortably figure it out. But if you don't have that, usually in most cases, just about every case, all your duplex outlets and your light switches are going to be on either 15 amp circuits or 20 amp circuits. So on your breaker, you're going to see a little 20 or a 15, and generally, in most cases, in your kitchen, they're going to be 20s, a 20 amp breaker. And in this case, sure enough, it was on a 20 amp breaker. Usually the 15 amp breakers are for your wall, your duplex wall outlets, generally in bedrooms, living rooms, family rooms, and all that. We actually had, this is a duplex outlet over there, and it's connected to my construction light. Right here, the light is off. And just because that's a duplex outlet, you don't want to make an assumption that they're all going to be on a 15 amp circuit. Because this kitchen is fairly small, somebody made the deduction that, hey, let's just go ahead and put this plug or put certain plugs in the kitchen on the same circuit as out here, because chances are you're not going to utilize that plug very often, that outlet very often. If you do, it's going to draw a very low voltage, and in this case, right on cue, it operates the phone. Not that it really matters, but here's another tip for you. I've got the power off to this side of the kitchen, and you would pretty much make the assumption that it would control stuff over here too, right? Now there's an outlet right here, a duplex outlet. I'm not doing any work on this side of the kitchen, mind you, but I plug this in. look at that. You see the orange light there? The power is still on for this one. That means it's on another circuit in the electrical panel. And usually your light switches are generally on a separate circuit than your outlets. And on this one, I turn that, and sure enough, the kitchenette light comes on right there. I turn it off, and those lights go off. Okay? So all I'm trying to tell you is don't make any assumptions when you're working with power. At this point too, I've only got that one breaker off. Every time I turn one breaker off, and if I know it's not that one, when I go back to the electrical panel, I turn that one back on because I don't want to get mixed up. And now at this point, I might put a little dot or something, a little piece of tape on that breaker so that when I get ready to turn it back on, next time I'll think, okay, when I come back here, I'll remember which one it is. It's the fourth one down on the left-hand side. It's the eighth one down on the right-hand side. I can remember that. You come back the next time and you count down and you count down 7 instead of 8. Or you forget that it's 8 and you do the 9th one and you come in here and start working. Don't make any assumptions like that. Leave the tape there, put a mark there, write it down in your book, write it, or better yet, you know, everybody's got a cell phone now with pictures on it. You can take a picture of it, you know, do anything like that to help you out for the next time you turn it off. Because like I say, we're just inspecting today. We're going to have to come back and work on it another day.